Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival, where today we're on the moon. Now, we're okay at the moment. I want to go and check the radiation level on this. Okay, we have a radiation level protection of 20, and that's what you're going to be required. Okay, and like I said, this is a desert planet. There's nothing on here. So if you become stranded here, or what for whatever ever, everything's over. So we're just going to harvest that one there because it's the nearest one. And like I said, we need to put outside lights on our capital vessel and stuff like that, because as you can see, when it gets dark, it gets dark. The only reason I know it's there is because of the lights of the guns. Now, to start a base off on any planet, any world, any moon, you need a base platform. Right, so we need to pause that, like that, and we need to cancel that for the time being. Okay, and then what we need to do is go to, I think it's building blocks, and we're going for a base starter block, and then just turn that back on. It's actually quite nice to have a few of these, so we'll just do that, and then I can go back to create my fuel. Now don't forget, you always need some of this spare, so about I would say about 50. Okay, again, emergency. All right, shove it in there. Make sure emergency stuff. Okay, so we've got our base starter, and that's the important thing there. It's the base starter. Before you go out, make sure you feed yourself. We've got all the bits and pieces here, so that's all nice, well and good. What we've not got here, steel plates. Okay, so whack steel plates on there. Now don't forget, you don't need steel plates, you can use a wooden one. So in actual fact, what we're going to do is, for the moon, we are going to use a wooden one because it's just something different. So we've got 40 logs here. I don't know if I need to craft them or they can be crafted. No, we need to actually craft them, so that's okay. I've got another one here. Alright, so we'll just do 100 here. I've got 64 here, that will do, so just switch that on. We'll leave that going. I'm not worried about that yet, I just wanted the food. So make sure you do that, okay? So the first priority is, for me, is on a new planet, okay? We would already have this in a blueprint, but if we haven't got the blueprint, this is the way that you would do it. First of all, you put a base on and your first priority is protection, is gun protection. Okay, so I'm not too fussed about it. So I just want to be able to walk out to the Pentax, and so we're going to be starting our base structure. So we've got like front forward guns at the research, okay, like so. Because the research site is probably going to be demolished. We don't know yet, because I want to dome everything on that. I don't need to dome it. I might dome it, depends, but we don't really need to. So we just really need a nice big wide open area where I can just jump in and just walk over. Right, okay, so we're going to start over here because it just means I can get things done. So let's try and get the centre of our ship. Like I said, this is a mobile home. Right, so like I said, the first thing, base starter block. Doesn't matter where you go or what you do with it, you just put it down. Okay, there's your base starter block. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go and do that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think that's 10. We'll check in a minute. And then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're just going to go all the way down here. The moon is actually quite good for being very creative because it's practically flat. You've got massive craters. So I'm trying to roughly judge the length of the ship. And then some. So we need to go forward now. You can sprint because of the what's the name? So we've got sunrise coming up, which is quite nice. Again, I don't know how wide my ship is. This is where you've got to be careful now. So switch to N mode. Okay, because you don't want any of that, and just shove that down. It's like I said, the more flat you can have the crater, the better. Okay, right, and there we go. So that looks about right here. It's quite big. Like I said, it's quite big. But again, we're not fussed about size. So we're going to switch to F5. It's just easier. Once you get used to F5, it's really nice. Now if you press Control and then do your mouse, you'll do an area wide instead of just a line wide. Okay, so if you didn't know that, I'll show you again. I'm just going to go over to here. So F5. So you just go and put your block where you want it, your main block here. Okay, press Control and then drag your mouse button. Okay, and you'll find that it will fill in an area instead of one or two lines, which is quite convenient. Just make sure that you go the right way, because you don't want to do that. If that happens, just take it off. Okay, so we've got a nice big red area here, which should be fixed as soon as we put in that line there. Now do try, and you've got a little bit of a lip, just put the edge in there. It doesn't take you too long. Right, so that's okay. We don't mind if that happens. Like I say, you just put a block in. Just don't forget you're only using concrete. Now every so often just come out of F5 and check your radar map, okay, because you want to make sure that nothing is going to come at you, especially on the bigger ones. I would not do this if I was going to the lava planet. I learnt my lesson, okay. I don't mind the moon because of it being the moon, okay. but do remember that this is highly dangerous. So you need to pay attention to what's going around. It would be nice if we could have an early warning system when we're in drone mode, but I doubt that will happen. Nice and easy building, look. And I will be blueprinting this. I don't want to be doing this on the lava planet. Shouldn't really be doing it on the lava planet anyway. They say that the lava planet, you cannot live off it indefinitely. We're hoping we're going to prove that wrong. The problem being is probably it's going to be lacking a resource like pentax or something like that. So the lava planet really is really just to go and visit. It really is not. Get a problem like this, yeah, it's sometimes best to do it manually, but you can sometimes get away with it. Okay, so now that we've got some of our landing pad down, what we need to do now is to move our ship. So basically we should be able to just side shift. Now for this, I actually have a chair at the front. Okay, so you're just going to go, first of all, we go into, have to turn our engines on. Hi Josh Boggs. Right, so we're going to lift off, straighten, okay, and now you're going to go into the V mode, okay, and this just gives you a better view. And this is what we're looking for now, is just the landing, so just up it probably a little bit, okay, and we're just going to try and straighten out. And then we're going to go back into the normal mode, and we're just going to go and possibly, if we can, I think it's control, oh, I don't know which one it is, but there's a way that you can go out. So I know that this, I can move forward here, so we can drop that down now, okay, and then we can F out, and that is more level. I know that's more level just by the look of it. Yeah, I mean there's quite a lot of sound effects and everything like that that is similar to a lot of other games. That is just because a lot of the game makers, when they do it, they put in what is called holding sounds until they get a door sound that they like, or if too many people say, oh well, that sounds like this, blah blah blah, you know, then they change it. Right, so this is our platform, and you can see it's not wide enough, okay, but it might be long enough. If it's long enough, then I'll be quite happy with it. Okay, so we're looking at the back end here. So again, this is, like I say, this is a landing pad for my capital vessel. Okay. Okay, so you can see it's long enough. Okay, you can see that this is long enough, quite easily long enough, not wide enough though. Okay, so it's not wide enough, so I'm going to make it another, I think, 10 blocks on each side. Okay, because like I said, it needs to I need to go into the other view mode. So let's take these 2 blocks off here. So F5. Okay, it will. The drone will only go a set way. Hi Bram, welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Right, so I don't normally care how wide these are. I should have really have done that a bit better there. Whoops. So I'll take those last two ones off, because it will just help fill in the gap there. And I ran out of blocks. Oh, and I ran out of blocks. Right, so F5 here. So the next thing, like I said, we're here for the fuel, which is the warp core fuel, and the moon, the aqua moon, is the best so far I've found in ship, in game for your ship. Yes, thank you very much, Joshua. I think around 24-48 hours went into building it. We'll give you a little tour in a minute. Okay, so you can see I'm still building on this. So I'm going to want to take some of this crushed stone here. Okay, we're going to put stuff there. So we've got 920 there. So we're going to do that there. And we're going to go to the base thing here, building blocks, and we're going to go and build 1,000 of those. So we're going to go and show our new viewers this ship. We're going to give them a little tour. Okay, so this is the cockpit. Okay, you can see it's quite nice. This is reinforced glass, and those blue things there that you see in front of you, that is what we've come for. That is warp core fuel. Okay, and there's quite a nice field around here. Okay, the research site we took out, we own that anyway. And if you go out on the right and the left, you've got access to the guns. Top, you've got 3 cannon guns here. At the bottom, you've got 3 miniguns. Okay, and that's on each side. This is why it's called a hammerhead. You've got guns on the side here. If we go to F5, okay, these are space guns. When you're on a planet, turn them off. Okay, you've got more space guns. Okay, radar, sensor thingies. This middle bit here is mobile greenhouse for food. This one where I'm just about to waver out, that is your engines, that's your main thrusters that go up and down. You'll see that in a minute. And then the back here, you won't see, was the smaller engines. So let's go for a wander around. Right, this here. What's that one? I can't remember what that one is. Green. This one here, this switch here, turns, if you look, that generator, that gravity generator. And that turns it off. Okay, this power switch, because it doesn't say which one it normally does. Planet guns. Okay, so these are the planetary guns. So if I switch those off, I'm now defenseless. Okay, so if we jump into here, okay, we can't jump in. But if we turn our guns on, we should, with the new update, okay, be able to jump into them. I thought we could jump into them. Probably because it's a mobile base. But that turns the planetary guns on, turns these 12 guns on here. T2 RCSs, we've got 6. Okay, we've got 2 sets of engines on the ship. We've got one which is the main engines where we're just cruising, and then we've got emergency engines. Now emergency engines give us double the power but double the fuel cost. Ammo, we're moving the ammo. Work area, okay, if we go harvesting for asteroids, we have those. Advanced constructor, okay, and more building blocks, so we can put in that and that. Okay, we've got clone bay, oxygen bay, medical center, armory with all the gear in it, seeds and medical supplies, cooking. Okay, so we can take these out here. Need to go and do those. So 920 there. We're going to use the wooden crates this time, just for a difference. Food, obviously, you need when you're on a planet or on the moon. Okay, these are stores. These actually can come out. They're complete there, and same with that one there. They go in here. Okay, so we've got medical supplies there, and whoever that was, thank you for following again. This is this room here, this growing room here, is for medical supplies and making plant pots. That was the postman. Okay, so I'm always having stuff growing on the ship. This is why I say it's a mobile home. It's not a combat vessel. We will be making a combat vessel CV. You haven't seen half of this yet, Josh. You have not seen half of it yet. We're only on the easy planets. Yeah, we are only on the easy planets. When we go to the lava planet, I practically had to rebuild a quarter of this ship because we got absolutely hammered. Right, so this is our food section here. Okay, so this is ready to be harvested. Now I always have this with me. like I said, because it's my mobile home, if I want to go somewhere and build something, yeah, then I just I know I've got food with me. Now, for you guys and girls that are new to the channel, I stream this every other day. Okay. Okay, so we're inventory full here. Have to go and empty that. Okay, so we're putting these in here. And we're making these. The reason we make ratatouille and we don't make canned vegetables is because we're on base. We're not we don't need to be anywhere. We don't need to have that. We're not going out on exploration. If we was going out on exploration, we would use canned vegetables, preferably rationed when we can get them. So again, you are going to need coffee on the moon, oranges. Right, so we've got an orange tree plant here. So we're going to have that seedling there. That's good enough there. Alien honey, I think. We've got alien honey. It's the other one that I want, the aqua berry bush, which is that one, and this one. Now these are only smaller because we don't have a lot of them. We don't use a lot of them. This is the main engine room. The reason the entrance here is a warning sign, we really should have the texture symbol and the color symbol over here. This is to tell you that when you go into here, okay, this is danger, absolute danger. Okay, so you've got to be prepared. This is why we spaced it out. Anything on these yellows, right, is deadly, absolutely deadly. You step onto this, what's your temperature? See, straight away. So you can die in your own engine room if you are not very careful. Okay, so all the ones in green, okay, the ones in green are normal engines. This is what we run all the time when we're moving about. Emergency engines are in red. So if I'm going to go into combat or maneuverability, or I'm going to go after a ship, then I will be adding more engines, and I'll switch both engines on. It gives me double speed and double maneuverability. All combat steel will be around here. It's 2 walls thick, so if you look at the damage, anyone going through this is going to get through 2,000 points per combat steel. We have 2 layers on it. We might even have 3, all depends. That's the top half of the ship. Bottom half of the ship, which we're still working on. Warp core enclosed again by glass, because if you go onto that yellow and black square, you'll get radiation poisoning. access to the front here is secondary pilot, okay, because we want to be able to move forward or backward. We know that it's long enough, we just got to get it wide enough. Also access to the guns under the bottom and the mining drill, just in case we need to do emergency repairs. Not many lights in here because the lights take a lot of power. Oxygen room, most valuable when you are going anywhere. You have oxygen tanks. We have 8 each side, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 each side. So we have a total of 16. We will be increasing that. And then in here is our main fuel tanks. We have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to be having 24. These are T2s, these are T3s. These are the top ones that you get. So you can see capacity, total capacity there is 58,800. Number of tanks 12. Okay. Here, this is just like a little spare cargo room with a spare 2 generators. Okay, again we're still building that. You see, we still need to get some more bits and pieces. Very, very important room here. 4 generators, 2 combat thick. Okay, combat steel glass because I wanted to look outside the back. Okay, so this will be eventually all built in. And again, we found out that you needed a lot of protection for your generators, for the simple fact is when you go to places like the lava planet or Omicron or anything like that, is these are not encased in thick steel and stuff like that. If they take these out, you're dead in the water. This is why we got 4. Each of these damage is 250, so they're quite weak. Okay, that's why we have emergency generators. Eventually I might even put another set in here because the generators don't use excess fuel, they only use fuel that is required, which is quite nice. So that is the tour of the ship. We've still got the cargo bit and everything. So we're going down to the 3rd level. Okay, this is gun switch for the guns outside, little mini drone guns. This is our hover bay. Okay, this bay is just for the hover vessel, nothing else. We could make it smaller, but when you're coming in and out, I kind of like a wide gap. Again, we've got oxygen here and we've got medical. Cargo room. Okay, this is going to be cargo room and ammo room. Different colours. We have silicon ore here. We have yttrium ore, which I haven't sorted out yet. And we have magnesium. We have cobalt. This one is iron. This one is rubbish. This one is copper. This is my loot bin where I put all the junk in that I don't want to use. That actually needs to stay with me, but I'm not going to be worried about it. Spotlight blocks. Yeah, we need those. Not that they work very well anyway. And more cargoes. I think that's the didium. Yeah. So we've got more and more. This is my oxygen reserve. So you can see that we have quite a lot of time invested in the ship. This one here is for my SV, but when we was on the lava planet, we lost the SV. So that's just a quick tour of the ship for you guys. This is a class size 6 capital vessel. Nice and spacious, not meant to be used for combat, but it is combat ready. So there we go, we've got another 124 units out there. So, and we've got another base starter. Why didn't we get the other base starters? Core. What are we missing on the core? Computer. So we're short on copper ore. Right. Here we go, another 562 ore here. Well, building blocks. Right, so as you can see, like I said, we were short there. So we know the ship is long enough, the platform is long enough. So we're just going to finish off the edge here. And like I said, always switch to N when you're building, because it gives you better light. It really does give you a lot more better light. Right, so you can see now that we've got a bit more room. Okay, so I'm going to want to color code this. So we're going to switch to the normal view. Now I don't know where the what's the name is, so we're going to so we're at the right length there, but that just gives me, I don't know, a 5 block on that side, so I know that that area there is okay. So we're going to do a 5 block area here. So obviously if I land within this area, okay, so we're looking at this side here. We are still, like I say, still needing to do this side, so that shouldn't be too bad. We'll notice this one hasn't got a slope. That's for when I had my SV. So that's the edge of the ship there, and then I want 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. Again, just switch to N. See that we've got a little bit of structural damage that causes a problem there. Like you're tripping out on this, I'm telling you. Jeez. Right, so while we're waiting for some more base blocks to be built, these are good. I've got these, so I'm happy with that. They're going into here. Right, so we're going to be looking at base guns now. Now, base guns are quite nice, quite easy to do. For drones, you're just going to be using the minigun turrets, and they're quite easy. You're just going to have 6 of those, and you're going to have 6 cannon turrets. Okay, again, because they're... Whoops, I didn't want 100. Stop. Oh god, I'll take those off now. On. Okay. For longer range weapons, you've only got 2 artillery turrets here. But these are the most important. These will be again for heavy drone base. Plasma turrets you can't have. Flak turrets you can have 6, so they're okay. They can take out some big crap there. And then you've got your rockets, which are only 4 anyway, so they're going to go on the corner. Okay, so they're your standard base guns. The others you need power coils for, and they can be very difficult to do. You can actually add these as well, which are quite useful, which are for player bases. I tend to normally just use those when I'm on more dangerous ones. But this is, like I said, going to be the platform that we're going to be using for when we go practically everywhere around where we need to go. Because this is going to be built on the lava planet as well. So hopefully when I put it down on the lava planet it won't get destroyed. So again we're going to go to N. There's nothing worse than putting in a structure and then everything just collapses. Now if you know that something's going to be red, yeah, you can put in a structure underneath it if you wish. Okay, because we've got a few red spots here, but we're not really, like I said, we're not really 100% fussed about it. What I'm more inclined at this point in time is just really the general layer of it. Come on. So yep, we need more blocks, but then we're coming up to the end of it anyway, so the end of the first platform. And yes, I do have a front entrance. Right, so as you can see, we're getting to a hillside here, which is going to cause us some problems. Let's see now. Then here. So we're going to go to our mining tool. Make sure that you do resource mining. take those out there. And now we're going to go to our texture tool. Now we know that the ship is wide enough. What we're going to be doing is adding a tower on. So I'm just going to want to mark it slightly different. Obviously doing the textures and stuff like that, it's not because we want to be boring, it's because we need to just wait for the ship to finish producing the rest of the blocks. And this gives us the time to wait. If you want to make sure that you're in your center block, just wait until we'll wait until we can lift the CV. Right, so we just got 1, 2, 3, 4 bit here to do. There we go. So we've just got this corner left to do down here, and then we can start working on the rest of the base. Now we are going to go and get some pentax, because obviously that's what we're here for. So I'm just checking my food there. Food and oxygen is okay, so I should be able to walk off over to this one over here. And this is what we're here for. This lovely walk course stuff. Now if you want to go anywhere, make sure you have plenty of this. Minimum you need is going to be at least 100, at least. And there she is, the hammerhead. My beautiful hammerhead. Built 10 of them. Right, so we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and that's just because I want to get that done and finish off the landing pad, and then we can work on the rest of the base. We'll see you soon. Have fun. Stay safe. Bye for now.